Nice beautiful day here in central Arkansas. We're out here Lake Maumelle and gonna get ready to ride around the lake. You won't see the lake in most of the ride, but hey, what the heck. Well, there she is. Isn't that a beautiful Harley Davidson? Yeah, my wide glide. Well, let's get started. Here just west of Little Rock, northwest of Little Rock. And we're gonna ride her around her up through a place called Little Italy and others. And I'm gonna experiment around with my 360 camera. If you see any video from it, then you know the experiment turned out okay a little bit. I haven't messed with it that much, but I'm gonna give it a try. Never did it at this angle before, but so one time I went out riding with it at this angle, and I forgot to take the cover off of it, so I had nothing. It was black, 360 degree of darkness, and it's kind of windy today, so please excuse the wind. Right now we're on Highway 10 and the speed limit's 55. Of course, the speed limit for most of this ride is about 55, I think. But we're going to cut off, go across the mountain over the backside, up to an area called Little Italy. Yeah, I got a runny nose. I don't know why, but it's a beautiful day, nice and sunny. Needed to get out. Haven't been riding as much. One guy commented on my video I posted a couple days ago, or a few days ago, and said he was glad to see someone in the Little Rock area getting out. But actually that video, it was shot, a part of it was shot on January 1st, and so actually the day of that video, I forget that, you know, I wasn't out riding that day. I was using stock video and doing a voiceover, but I'm glad he enjoyed it just the same. So actually it's been 26 days since I've been out on my bike. We've had a lot of wet weather, a lot of cold weather, and I've been busy, you know, with finding a house to buy, getting it inspected, and we're going to be closing in on it here in 2 or 3 weeks. Actually, a little bit more than 2 weeks, actually, less than 3 weeks. Pretty excited about that, so might not have some videos coming out for a few weeks until I get settled in our new home. Like I said earlier, you know, we've been living in an apartment complex. The one we live in's got a one-car garage, but I need something a little bit bigger, some more storage space. I used to have a storage unit, and I got tired of paying the extra money for the storage. So I brought everything, and it's all stuffed up in my garage. And then my son, you know, he came home from his world travels, and a lot of his stuff is in the garage too. But it's going to be really nice to have a 2-car garage, and which will be, you know, and a lot of the stuff that I have storage in the garage will be used, and what I don't get rid of. Anything else I need in storage, I have plenty other places to store it that are in the new home. And I'm really looking forward to the new home. And hopefully I'll be able to set up one of the bedrooms as a studio, to where I edit my videos and everything. Of course, you know, this video is a vlog, a vlog. It's not a video channel with any, zeroing in any one type of content. And I hope you enjoy it, because most of it's just me rambling on about different things. Sometimes me taking a ride, like today I'm out riding around in this windy weather. And I don't know how the wind is coming across over the microphone. I hope I got everything hooked up okay, the mic hooked up okay. But it's really noisy inside my helmet. Of course, I got my mic is right there on the chin bar of my helmet on the inside, and it's got the windscreen on it, one of those dead cat windscreens that help get rid of wind noise. So I hope it's working okay today. I've been having a lot of bad luck with my audio. It seems like with audio is one of the hardest things to get right when you're motor vlogging. You're out riding with the helmet cam and such. Some of these guys, they use a recorder and then try to get it all synced up with their different cameras and everything. But I try to use, the audio off of one of my cameras when I go do multicams and such inside, when I get in there editing. And it looks like the lake's kind of low. Anyways, we're going to be turning up here on Highway Arkansas 113 towards Bigelow. We're not going to go to Bigelow today. That's a pretty nice ride there to hit the Bigelow. But we just got off Highway 10. It won't be as windy up this way. We'll have more trees, a little bit of slower speed to get rid of the wind noise. And if you haven't checked out my Tail of the Dragon videos, I made two. One of them I just posted on Thursday. And that one is where I took my original raw footage, sped it up 4 times, and did the trip where the dragon starts up into the Dill's Gap and then back down over in the opposite direction to where I started from. And I was able to edit, it's really, there's not much editing. I didn't cut out any of the ride in my editing. A couple of places I slowed the video down, and I took out some dead stuff, that where I wasn't actually riding out. Added music to it. One viewer, bless your heart, mentioned he would like to hear the motor sounds, but because I sped it up, 4 times the speed, the motor sounds was to sound like crap, and that's the reason there's music on it. And if I didn't do it that way, the video would have been, more than an hour longer. And my first video of that same ride, though, where I documented the ride, it's about 14 minutes long, but it's edited, and it shows me walking around at Dill's Gap Resort, in the store and in the restaurant, and it doesn't, and I don't show the trip back out of there, just a trip down in there. And please check it out. And that's video is one of the first ones I produced using my 360 cam, and I haven't really used it that much since then. In fact, I can't really think of when I used it since July, except for a couple experiments here and there. And I don't know if it's on any of my production videos. And anyways, I got it on my bike right now. I got it over here on the passenger side, trying to get a side view, and if it works out okay, we'll see. And I need to look and check to see if it's still there. Probably gonna pull over because it might fall off. And I'd hate that. Then I'd have to. Can I see it? Oh shit! I don't see it at all. Where is it at? I think I lost it. I think I lost my camera. Let's see. No, it's almost hitting the ground. Huh. It's almost hitting the ground. Hope I didn't hit the ground with it. Look at that. It flipped all the way around. Huh. This is really strange. Ooh, look at that. That's not good. Glad it's rubberized. It's sliding too much. Yeah, I think I'm going to take that off until I figure something out. And, let's see. Look what I did to it. I don't know if I did any damage to it or not. And it's not recording. So, let's turn it off. And let's put it up. Wow. Well, that experiment ended badly. Well, that's what this is all about, learning. Old dog learning new tricks. I'm glad that is strange. See how that looks. Get it back in the studio there. Well, like I said, we're experimenting, but getting out and riding. Hope I didn't ruin the camera. I scraped that rubber on there. But thought for sure that was a good place to mount that. But the mount itself slid around. Whew. Air. And we're in the Perry County now. And it's really pretty up here. There's never any reasonable priced homes ever go on sale up in this area, but moving to is in the northeastern part of Pulaski County. But it shall be good. It'd be better for us than being in an apartment complex. There's a place for sale, but it's not in my price range. Still trying to catch my breath. I need something to drink, actually. But now they've got vineyards up here, blueberry patches where you come and pick your own blueberries. I think maybe strawberries too. Right there, the person's got him a permanent stand where he sells his goods after he harvests them. But this is a ride I like doing a lot, actually. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that I put this on video before. And around we go. Used to be a store and gas station there. Little stores and gas stations like that just don't make it anymore. There's Wide Mountain Community Club. Built that old church there. We're on Wide Mountain, or what's considered Wide Mountain. Over here, they have a Daffodils Festival coming up in a couple months. I might get back over here when they're all in bloom. Now we're going to head east on 300. If we went left back there, we go down over the mountain. You can go to Conway that way. Up here on 300. I'm not sure where Pulaski County starts, but no, there's a little bit of snow up here. They got some snow, and I'm only about 20 miles away from my home. It looks like they're doing some more housing building over there. But we're coming up into the community. It's called Little Italy. Where a lot of Italian families, when they immigrated to this country, a lot of them settled in this area. Small community. It's not really a town, just an area. And we got somebody up here with red lights on. What's going on? Oh, okay, they're turning. I don't know if they're turning around or what. They missed their turn earlier, or what's this guy doing? It's going to take him a while to make that turn. I don't even know if he can get in there. But I think he might be unloading something to go back in there. Well, no, he's turning. Oh well. Like, here we are. We're Little Italy, and Little Italy museums up here. Surprised I saw snow on the ground back there. But we didn't get no snow the other day when it's snowed north of us here, and maybe just this little elevation that they got a little bit. I don't know, a sprinkle or something. And you can see those, some of it over in the ditch there. And I don't see none now, but back there where the sun don't get on it too easily. But we're in the community of Little Italy. There's St. Francis Cemetery. I think St. Francis Church used to be there. Now it's down the road here a piece. I don't know. But anyways, I'm getting out. Gotta get out and ride the bike. Can't stay in. So glad I don't live where the weather's terrible in the winter time. You gotta park the bike for weeks on end. I let this one sit longer than I should have. But yep, there's a second sign for Little Italy. This is an incorporated area that, you know, so there's a museum over there. I don't know when their people are over there, but it documents, you know, when the Italian families immigrated to this area. And there's St. Francis Church. St. Francis is a CC Catholic church. I don't know if that's the original site where the church was at or what. But as we get up here, Highway 300 goes to the right. Sometimes whoa, almost missed it. I'm going too fast. Glad. I want to go this way. It says 16 miles to Little Rock. That's actually the downtown. Can't believe I almost missed my turn. I've been on this road so often. And but you know, I'm an old man. That's my excuse. What's yours? Huh? For your stupidity. And I better watch it while I get myself killed. Yeah, heard Jay Leno had a motorcycle accident. He broke his collarbone, and I wonder if he did it on one of those antique motorcycles that he owns, or... And I heard since he had that accident with the fire that they canceled his Jay Leno's garage show, which is a shame. But it looks like he's going to be out of commission for a while longer anyway, so I don't know if he's going to be coming up with something else to show off his car collection and his love for automobiles and motorcycles or whatever. But Jay Leno, I hope you heal up quickly there, buddy, because you didn't realize that how young you were. I thought you were about 5 to 10 years older than what they said. Anyway, crooked and steep, next 1.5 miles. And here we go. Highway 30. It gets you. If you don't watch it, it'll get you. But this is pretty neat, you know, just outside of town. Nice little cruise that you can take. You just want to take a ride in the afternoon like I'm doing today. Of course, it was before noon when I took off. Hope I didn't ruin my camera. But it's you know, this is Highway 300. I don't think you caught it on the camera, but you could see the lake from back there. You know, during the, I don't know if you caught it through the camera, through the trees or not. In the summertime, you can't see it. Wintertime, you can see it a little bit. There's mostly pine trees around here because Arkansas is known for its pine trees and tree farms. A lot of the wood that you use when you build your homes comes out of Arkansas, and we have a lot of tree farms, and people get upset when they go in there and clear cut the tree farms, but they've been growing these trees for over 100 years just to do that, you know, and replanting. They cut them down and replanting about every 30 years or so, 20-30 years. And that's so people can have 2x4s, you know, for building houses. But a lot of people don't realize that, you know, tree farming is a thing, you know. And just like you grow your corn and your tomatoes and soybeans, you grow trees too. And a lot of people think when they see a tree farm clear cut, like, well, like over here to the right, to the left, that they're killing off old forests. But these forests here, they were planted just for this. You see up there? Of course, I think some of this that they're clearing out here looks like they're going to be putting housing in, which is kind of a shame. But here in the south, you know, all through the south, there's a lot of tree farms. They grow these big old tall pine trees, and they wouldn't be able to build new homes. Of course, you know, they're ecologically friendly, that people don't realize. You know, we're not talking about the clear cut of old forest that was done back in the 19th century across the country. Of course, you know, a lot of this area up through here, there's a lot of swampland, and of course there's a lot of wetland, and they try to protect the wetland. It's all planned out around here. The government's got their control over a lot of what's going on. And I'm just riding around the lake that you can't see. Get back to Highway 10, we'll be about 4 or 5 miles from where we started from. But I thought I heard a siren. I'm not speeding, I hope. I might be. Yeah, there's some cattle over there. There's where you get your McDonald's meat from. Yum. There's a steak on the hooves. And we're really not that far out of the city here. It's really nice to ride out here. And Arkansas River's not too far from here either. So we're between Lake Maumelle and the Arkansas River. And anyways, I'm out here riding my old wide glide. The old man just rambling on, not saying much of anything. Don't know what all to talk about. All I know it's the next few weeks. I don't know how often I'll have a video out, and there really is not going to be, the content's not going to be really on any certain type of subject or anything. Me and the wife, we're going to be moving, and that's going to be probably stretched out over a period of time. But after we get settled in at the new place, I'll try to maybe plan out the rest of the season a little bit better than what I have been doing. But the thing of it is, like I said, this channel is a vlog of an old senior citizen. And I was born in the 50s, raised in the 60s, came of age in the 70s, and now I'm just an old boomer. And a lot of people don't like boomers. Shoot, I don't like boomers. I think my generation really screwed things up. Of course, the generation before us, you know, they call them the great generation, but the politicians were really screwballs, just like the ones today. They sold out our country big time. And the older boomers, or the boomers, they're still doing it. You know, you got these people that grew up in the 60s and 70s, you know, they claimed they cared about the land and they cared about people, and they're causing more death and destruction and chaos, and it's just shameful. I hate to admit that I'm part of that generation, but I am. I was born right in the middle of the baby boomer generation. Born in 1955, the year rock and roll came alive. The year James Dean died. But here I am. I'm still alive. Oh, that don't rhyme, or that ain't, well, I don't know, man. I'm just an old man rambling on. Now we're in Monty Springs. Monty Springs. See that name and remember, I guess you call her my first girlfriend. Her name was Monty. I heard she passed away here about a decade ago or so, and her sister too. But yeah, we were in junior high school. We thought we were sweethearts, and as we went into high school, you know, we went our own separate ways. Oh, look at this. Oh, turkeys. Or no, buzzards. I don't know. Buzzards or turkeys? Turkey buzzards. There's a drinking water protection area. And over to the left, a little ways over, is the Arkansas River. We got the railroad tracks here that go up past Pinnacle Mountain. And anyways, this is a beautiful day for riding. I think it finally did get up into the 50s. I don't feel chilled at all. In fact, I feel like I'm sweating. I really don't have that much on. And I got some long johns on, just a sweatshirt under my coat. Here we're in the grand city of Roland, Arkansas. And I think this is an unincorporated area too. I don't know. I don't think they have a city hall. They got a Baptist church. In fact, I think they got a couple of Baptist churches. They got a fire department. It's volunteer, I believe. And we're having a traffic jam. Me and the bicyclist fighting for the road here. They get the Maumelle Water Corporation, and that's their office. And that's what Maumelle Lake is. It's a reservoir for drinking water for the people in Pulaski County and Little Rock. We're continuing going east. on Highway 300. And there's a Roland Crisis Center. It's open on Saturdays. Food pantry for families in need. And of course, oh man, they got a Dollar General store. I think that's the only business they got in the town, Dollar General. If you want to call this a town. As go across the Mill Bayou and heading down the highway. Anyways, a video I made earlier started up here a little ways, so I'm gonna sign off for right now on this vlog, and this little hippie-biker. I'm stuck behind a Toyota and slowing down, and right here at Bowbrook Farms, I got a video I did earlier that you can watch. You can check it out right up here, maybe down there, and we'll catch you the next time. If you like this video, hit like. Don't forget to share the video and subscribe.